So this is the approximate northeast side where the wind comes from, kind of this direction. We're on the verge of Hunray, not to be confused with Henry, making landfall in southern New England. We are going to experiencing some bands of heavy rain and some gusty winds, but not super gusty. Sustained winds will be around 10 to 20, so I suspect gusts will probably be up around 35. Like I said yesterday, I really just kind of like packed up everything just to make sure I got my boat on land and stuff, just to be safe. This is the we're about 20 minutes away from high tide. The high tide today is around a little less than 10 feet. It's like 9.8 or something. So I just kind of want to do a walk around the island, just to kind of show, any kind of erosion that happens, during the storm. Obviously, the worst erosion would be done at high tide, which is like right now, but obviously the storm's not here, so I'm more concerned about the high tide around midnight tonight, because that's when we should be, definitely getting those, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds and possible higher gusts. I don't think I've ever done a full walk around the island. These little tide pools make great warm little, spots for the kids at low tide when the sun hits them and they all warm up and stuff. I didn't pull my ladder up, which I do that in the winter. I did tie it off to a bush. I didn't tie it up to one of my trees. I don't want to, if the ladder moves around, I don't want any, damage done to the tree from the rubbing of the rope. So it's tied off to a sumac bush. But like last year, this used to all be sand through here. Coming around the corner, the wind's gonna be stronger because the little place we have set up, it's protected by the wind. We had those 11-foot tides, the water was literally up to here. So I wouldn't be able to walk around the island in sneakers like I am today. Kind of skipping around a little bit. It'd be kind of boring to watch the camera jiggle and shake the whole time I walk around. Plus, when I eat too much before I go to bed, I get acid reflux in the night, and it's pretty brutal. So last night was one of them nights, so I find myself coughing some today. As you can see, there's a huge difference in the wind between it's called the lee of the land, when the island or the land mass protects you from the wind. So now we are not in the lee of the land, and the wind is definitely starting to pick up here. We're gonna have a lot of seaweed that floats up on this side of the island over this storm, which is pretty exciting, because now that the garden shed tree fort's pretty much finished, I'm gonna have time for the next, I got about a little over 2 weeks left, and I'm gonna start spending some time on the rest of the island here, trying to get more stuff done. That's actually a natural poplar tree there that just came out of nowhere, along with some other ones too, but oh yeah, the wind's definitely picking up, so pretty exciting. Not to be distracted, but there's more trash in the ocean. You wouldn't believe the amount of trash I've found. People, they'll piss in a water bottle and throw it overboard. They'll just be, all kinds of empty water bottles to begin with. I found 2 empty glass liquor bottles, which are absolutely horrible for people to throw in, because they might break along the shore, and then all of a sudden there's all kinds of broken glass, and we got me and children walking around here with no shoes on because it's a beach, and then all of a sudden there's like broken glass that we didn't know about. Not cool. All this vegetation right here is actually it's sea lavender. It's semi-protected. Basically, if anybody wants to come onto our private land and either cut this or dig it up, you need written permission by the by the landowner, by law. That clump of dirt up on top of that rock, that's natural. That's been there ever since we got the island. But there used to be actually like vegetation really growing on it. It never was just like a dirt pile. So last year, actually I think 2 years ago, was when it really got beat up bad. It'd be kind of cool to put some rocks around it and maybe like you know, some seaweed or something, see if we can't get some stuff growing up there. But it's basically a lost cause, you know, so close to the ocean like that. But it'd be kind of fun just to mess around with it. Whew. Tons of seaweed. Baby loves going for walks around the island. This is the spot where Midway connects to the top of the island here. You can see the mowed down brush and stuff right there. That's the pathway that goes up to the top of the island where all the trees and stuff are. We're getting close to the point here. This side of the island is pretty fortified with these huge rocks that are just everywhere. All this beautiful sand was here last year. This was all rocks through here, so I'm kind of curious to see what happens during this storm if this gets moved around some. Here we are at the point. I would walk to there and do a back shot, but I got my sneakers on and it's really not that warm out today, so I'm probably not going to. I'll get a shot from the rock at low tide around and stuff. Pretty good, but there's all that beautiful sand. There's actually some rocks exposed right here that I don't think were here a couple yesterday. For that matter, you can see a bit of erosion there. So that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure I got this video today, to make sure that, you know, so we can document any kind of beach movement or erosion or any other thing that happens. But you know, here we are back to the beach, so pretty exciting. And now we're back to camp. But I just want to kind of just do a little